namaste, welcome to another episode of our YuvAadyantara Spotlight series. This is episode 6, and we are back with another two very talented artists. We have a performing artist with us, and we have a literary artist with us. One of them is Nimikha Dehingia. One of them is Tanushree Rana. So without further ado, let's begin talking to them. Hi Nimikha, hi Tanushree.
Hello.
Let's begin with your introductions.
Hello.
Hi everyone, I am Tanushree and I am currently a law student at Campus Law Center, University of Delhi. Inspiration behind poetry and what I write is my surrounding, my environment, the people around me. लाइक कि मुझे ज्यादा से ज्यादा जो लोग हैं उनके जज्बात लिखना समझ आता है. The people around me, they motivate me to write more their situations or sometimes the social issues. As a law student काफी केस लॉज पढ़ लिए हैं. उससे पहले भी I was a literature student, so being that caste literature, colonial literature, the literature we have studied, that made me dive into the struggles of people, struggles, how the varied social issues, social causes, to view them and to observe, to feel that thing. The empathy I gained from all this is what I can pen down.
Uh, we talk to Nimikha now. Nimikha, please tell us about your beautiful art form and why did you start
Yeah.
it?
Hello, everyone. Hello to the YuvAadyantara family and hello, Tanushree. It's so nice to see you all and thank you for bringing me up here in this platform. Yeah. So obviously, there's always an inspiration behind every art form we start, right? But for me, I started it at a very young age. I have been dancing since I was at age of 4. So it's like I never got a chance maybe to explore any other art forms, but I directly got engaged to Bihu. As I grew up, I got to know that what Bihu meant for me. It's not just a dance form. It's not just, like a passion, a talent. It's more like a home. As I come outside of my state, Assam, which is very far, I can't take, frequent trips to home. And then I got to know that what Bihu actually means to me. It means actually the home to me. So yeah.
Beautiful answer, Nimikha. And welcome to our show. I guess you are the first Northeastern artist on our show. You mentioned you have started dancing since very young, since age of 4. तो तब से अब तक you have been dancing Bihu. You have been following one art form. So you said you didn't get chance to explore any other art forms.
Yeah.
Do you think it's helpful if an artist begins one dance form, stick to it, and master it till, let's say, teenage and early adulthood? And also, does it have any other challenges?
So basically, what I think is, I come from a very small town in Assam. So my town is called Moran. So we don't have a lot of opportunities, but in years now, there has been build up. Like apart from Bihu, there has been many forms of dance that has been coming up in recent days. But when I was there in my young age, there was not, there were not very durable options where you could have gone. So my mother or my parents, like they were both engaged in the Bihu dance form. They really wanted me to go for that. So I went for that. And for Bihu, we also need the vocal training. So we also have been doing that. So while doing both the things simultaneously, I feel I have never got the chance to explore some beautiful dance forms, or there are many art forms that are present in Assam. So I never got the chance because I was always busy in this too. And when I grew up, I started learning Hotriya, which is also known as the Satriya by the other peoples, and it's one of the classical form of dance. So when I learned it, there was effect of Satriya in my Bihu dance, which was affecting my dance form, and there were also decline in my art form, which I had already presented earlier. It was not as pure as it was before. Like if you have the capacity, you can go for it. But I feel that mastering that art, whatever you are learning, considering any art form, if you're learning anything till at least at least for like 5 years, you'll master some part of it, which is actually better than doing everything and getting master of none wala tag.
Very beautiful answer, Nimikha. And also, thank you for mentioning those three dance forms. Now we get to
Yeah.
know a bit more about Assam. Yes.
Yeah.
On the other hand, we have Tanushree. Tanushree, do you think your poetry has been influenced by your power of observation since childhood till college?
The I guess my journey started when I was in fifth or sixth class. There was a poetry competition, not really poetry competition, but it was a competition on Independence Day, on the occasion of Independence Day, to write something for the nation, like a poetry, an article, or something. I have read till then बुंदेले हर बोलो के मुंह हमने सुनी कहानी थी खूब लड़ी मर्दानी वो तो झांसी वाली रानी थी. It was like my favorite one till because I have only read some of them. Then my brother was in ninth class. I was in sixth class. I read his Hindi book. It had Agnipat, so I read that. I was always in awe of poetries and the poets, obviously, because when a poet does a poetry, the poetry is something which already carrying a story within it. But the poet has his life story, which is way more amazing than the poetries he has written or she has written. Then I started reading like stories in the course books. I've never read any literature till my school days, which I started in my college because of my education only, because of my degree. So they are also my course books only. Post college, I started reading books, my literature books or and poetries. Obviously, before that, I do not have guts to ask my parents to buy me books which do not align with my degree or education, because I belong from a rural place. Like my village is in Muzaffarnagar, Western UP, and as Nimika said, she has been dancing since childhood. If a person in our area, like Western UP, Haryana, here the art forms are not very, like I would say, appreciated. It is all because of my friends that what I am today as a poet or as a writer. If I am even 1% of something, it is all because of my friends and the people I know, my acquaintance. Because every time, even I have written a word, even that starting from that Independence Day poetry till today, they are the people who criticize me on my poetries. They are the people who read them. They are the people who appreciate.
Very detailed answer, and I really find similarities between your beginnings, both of you. You come from small town, but your love towards arts is very immense. How much important, how much importance does your art form hold for you?
My neighbors, when they were like time when there was a board, I was very weak in maths and science. I was never a very bright student in school. So I never, like I was often titled as the dancing person. In Assamese, it is said as Nasoni. But I people don't expect that both a person can do both the thing, like studies and dance equally. So they always expected me that I would really fail in my boards. क्या ही कर लोगे तुम इतना ये सब करके, बाद में तो जाके तुम्हें सेटल ही होना है, पढ़ाई ही करना है. They were always like comments like this. But coming, it really requires courage and as Tanushree said, अपनों का प्यार भी चाहिए होता है, अपनों का presence भी चाहिए होता है, ताकि you get out of that level and you disapprove them, their comments. So like there was also a time in 2014 or 15, most probably in 2014, I did a VCD, Assamese VCD. There used to be like VCDs in Assam, uska बहुत ज़्यादा popularity था, and the last VCD I did was the last in the Assamese cinema. So I was also acting in it. So what happened to me is like when people say things like that, it really got into my mind. As I told you, I was never a good student. I was like a average chill person who loves dancing, who loves singing, and she studies in between. I started studying from 11th and 12th, honestly, to disapprove people's mentality. So you can see the love from my heart for the dance form. As I said to you, Bihu was always the home. I never knew until I come to Delhi, and all my friends hyped me up so much, and I felt that sense of belonging somewhere. I really liked it, and I knew that this was my home somewhere, and not just a talent, not just a passion, but something more than that, actually.
इतने सारे experiences from negative to so positive. I call it
हाँ.
Bildungsroman. In my literature language, I call it Bildungsroman. Very, very beautiful. Importance of poetry in your life.
Importance of poetry in my life is like poetry is like breathing. It makes me feel alive. uh, Recently, I am in a writer's block. I'm suffering from a writer's block currently, so I'm not able to write anything. But from my previous writer's block, I just learned one thing: you should not stop writing, you should not avoid writing, and you should not pity yourself. The things like I have in my mind currently, I may learn something new from this one. So, keeping these three things in mind, I am trying to write something every day or something about anything at some period of time. Just not avoiding writing or making myself feel like I am doing something wrong. That is why I am not able to write, or I am not the person who can write anymore. So, recently, I was doing some of my work regarding college. I was awake at the night and ऐसी बात थी. I have squint. Squint is कि मेरी एक आंख जो है वो विजन तो ठीक है, बट इट इज आई वुड से एंगुलर डिफरेंस है. सो आई हैव रिटन अ लाइन कि नादानी में, एंड आई गॉट दिस ड्यू टू सम ब्रेन फीवर दैट वाज एन एपिडेमिक व्हेन आई वाज अ टोडलर, आई वुड से. सो नादानी में सब कुछ सीधा देखा था मैंने, तब से ही नजर मेरी सीधी नहीं है. I wrote a whole poetry. I'm not able to recall that currently. Uh, Writing is like breathing. Whatever I have felt, whatever I am feeling, it's like journaling. When people journal, they know what they journaling has some basic questions. What do you want to achieve? What do you want to do? What do you want to do today? Something like that. So writing is like journaling. This makes me not get demotivated very easily, and I think that this is a blessing.
Tanushree, you're a poet, and we want to hear your poetry.
There's a poetry I have written on like Farishte Amrade. It might translate to angels of the heaven or something like that. ਪੁੱਠੀਆਂ ਰਾਵਾਂ ਤੇ ਫਿਰਦਾ ਸੀ, ਮੈਨੂੰ ਚੰਗੀਆਂ ਰਾਹ ਵਿਖਾ ਗਏ ਨੇ, ਕੁਝ ਫਰਿਸ਼ਤੇ ਅੰਬਰੋਂ ਧਰਤੀ ਤੇ ਆ ਗਏ ਨੇ. ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਤੇਰਾ ਕੰਮ ਵੱਡਾ ਹੈ, ਤੂੰ ਛੋਟਾ ਨਾ ਸੋਚਿਆ ਕਰ, ਤੂੰ ਰੱਬ ਦਾ ਬੰਦਾ ਹੈ, ਮੈਂ ਬੰਦਿਆਂ ਤੇ ਨਾ ਹੱਸਿਆ ਕਰ. ਮੇਰੇ ਹੱਥਾਂ 'ਚ ਤਾਂ ਕੁਝ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀ, ਮੈਥੋਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਸ਼ੇਰ ਲਿਖਾ ਗਏ ਨੇ, ਕੁਝ ਫਰਿਸ਼ਤੇ ਅੰਬਰੋਂ ਧਰਤੀ ਤੇ ਆ ਗਏ ਨੇ. ਆਖਦੇ ਮਨ ਨੀਵਾ ਤੇ ਮਤ ਉੱਚੀ ਰੱਖੀ, ਕਿਸੇ ਦੇ ਨਫੇ ਨੁਕਸਾਨ 'ਚ ਨਾ ਰੁਚੀ ਰੱਖੀ, ਤੇ ਲੱਖ ਮਾੜਾ ਆਖੇ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਦੁਨੀਆ, ਤੂੰ ਆਪਣੀ ਬਾਣੀ ਸਦਾ ਸੁੱਚੀ ਰੱਖੀ. ਜਿਹੜਾ ਰੇਂਗਦਾ ਸੀ ਲੋਭ ਦੀ ਮਿੱਟੀ 'ਚ, ਉਹਨੂੰ ਪੈਰਾਂ ਤੇ ਖੜਾ ਗਏ ਨੇ, ਕੁਝ ਫਰਿਸ਼ਤੇ ਅੰਬਰੋਂ ਧਰਤੀ ਤੇ ਆ ਗਏ ਨੇ.
The poem is very beautiful and it's now open to interpretation. Let the audience decide, let the audience interpret. Yes, yes, yes. On the other hand, now I request Nimikha, let's have Nimikha's Bihu dance. such a colorful dance. Have you ever met a renowned artist or have you ever read a very renowned writer? Let's start with Tanushree.
I have read a lot of renowned writers. Ramdhari Singh Dinkar, Nagarjun, then Subhadra Kumari Chauhan. Then we have in Punjabi, Amrita Preetham, Shiv Kumar Batalvi. We have Pash. We have in English a lot of William Shakespeare, Chaucer, Spencer, and like a lot of them which we have read during our graduation days. Virginia Woolf, Mary Wollstonecraft, and then the Bronte sisters, a lot of them. But John Elia, and to say, have I met someone? This a guy, like he's a very real wala content creator, I would say. He runs a platform called as Ek Khwab. So I once got an opportunity to be do an open mic at his platform. So I met him and his wife, who is also a poet. Like they both are content creators, and she's also a doctor. So I met both of them, and he's not like he's also a published poet, I guess. Then I have met Gurnaam Bhullar. He's a Punjabi artist. He's musician basically. I'm this much grateful till now.
So many artists. Wow. Nimikha, आपसे पूछते हैं.
Yeah. So like I was able to relate with what Tanushree told the writers, and yeah, because since I am also a political science student, Mary Wollstonecraft has to be the favorite one. Yeah. So I have met a few artists, but since they are basically from Assam, like you guys won't know it, but I feel the audience would know it for some, somewhat uh persons. Yeah. So like first, my guru, she is Madhurima Chaudhary, and she is a very eminent dancer in the Assamese folk dance community. She does a very good job. And apart from that, Bihu has given me an opportunity to meet a wide variety of people who has been working in the industry, because Assam is a very cultural state. So we just don't have Bihu dance. I might be representing here Bihu dance now, which is just a small part of Assam. We have Tiwa folk, Rava folk. We have like thousands of music, folk songs, and then we have Mukha Khilpo. We have Bhauna. There's a lot of things happening. It's a very cultural state, as all the northeast states of India are. So from a very young period of time, every one of us have these, thing that we need to learn something, because it's a very cultural. So everyone, like each in our generation, or back from other generations, they have been learning things, and that's the one way we feel to keep our identities at safe. And in between those things, I met Jubin Garg, whom we lost last September on 19th. He was an eminent singer, music director, writer. He was the like the ground for the culture of Assam in this generation. And before that, we had Dr. Bhupen Hazarika. I never had the chance to meet him, but since I met Jubin Garg, I saw him from a very clear point of view, and I met him twice while performing Bihu. So it's something that Bihu gave me. Else I would have never met him. The person he is, he wrote like 36 to 38,000 songs, and he was the ground for the cultural epitome of Assam. So he did many songs in Bollywood as well, Jaane Kyu, and then there were lot, Kapoor, and lot. And I also met many Assamese celebrities, like Borokharani Bikhoya. I mentioned that I did a VCD, so I did this VCD with her. She's another courageous soul. I have never seen a person who is very open minded and like this courageous here. I met Amy Borwa, who also represented the Assamese community in the Cannes Film Festival. She was one of the jury member, I feel. She was there in Cannes Film Festival, if not also a jury member. And yeah, that's it.
Again, so many artists.
Art forms give you an opportunity to learn about different artists also. And to meet them in personally is like something we have achieved something. That's why yeah. So I'm thankful for that and also grateful.
Well said, well said. Art does give
Yeah,
you chance to learn from other artists, and
yeah,
that feels like a blessing.
yeah.
So let's talk about आपने आप दोनों ने इतना आर्ट फॉर्म कर चुका, एक्सपीरियंस आपको हो चुका, उसी एक
Mm.
छोटे से एक्सपीरियंस से what is that one message you would like to give to the current generation who want to pursue art? तनुश्री आपसे पूछते हैं.
The current generation to pursue art, the motivation I would like to give, and the inspiration, the words, whatever they want to tag this as, is I guess every artist, as Nimikha has said, and what I feel, every artist has a story to tell, a journey to live, and something divine in them. I would say art is divine. You are blessed. If you are an artist, whatever you are doing, you are dancing, you are singing, you are writing something, you are like doing anything related to art, you are blessed. And I think blessings are not for everyone. You have to keep working on that, because if you will ignore it, you will avoid it, or you will abandon it, you will be frustrated from inside. That doesn't leave you. Art won't leave you any day. You वो तुम्हें सब कुछ दे देगा किसी भी फील्ड में, क्योंकि तुम अंदर से सेटिस्फाइड हो, तुम खुश हो, तुम्हें सब मिल रहा है, जस्ट बिकॉज ऑफ यू आर फॉलोइंग समथिंग जिससे दुनिया को मतलब नहीं है, तुम्हें भी मतलब नहीं है, तुम लिख के खुश हो, तुम नाच के खुश हो, तुम गा के खुश हो, बट तुम खुश हो ना, अब तो तुम कुछ भी कर सकते हो. That is the thing, what an artist wants to live, what an artist wants to say to the world, कि मेरा आर्ट मुझे हैम्पर नहीं कर रहा, वो मुझे ग्रो कर रहा है, ग्रूम कर रहा है. मेरा आर्ट इज समथिंग डिवाइन फॉर मी. ये तो ब्लेसिंग है, और भगवान को नहीं छोड़ा जाता. आर्ट इज गॉड.
तो नई generations के लिए यही है कि we are not born with talents, but we made ourselves. So not every artist is born. They made themselves, they are self-made, and they have grown with the process, in the process of starting and consistency.
Very well said, aptly said, or your answers show how much you have grown as an artist. ऐसी ये बातें बड़ी बड़ी बातें तो हैं, मगर they also show the struggle behind it, the passion behind it, the perseverance behind it. और यही सब बात now comes to an end. Thank you so much. I'm very sure हमारे viewers को बहुत अच्छा लगेगा ये वाला episode. And whatever the viewers have learned, you can comment, you can like, and you can share it among your friends. Thank you so much. This was brought to you by YuvAadyantara. We are really blessed again. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.